evening and welcome to our Wednesday edition of News Geelong. Tonight we continue to look at the enormous amount of ongoing work that is being carried out in the area of breast cancer research and care in Geelong. From the pulsating and often wet world of Geelong sport, particularly this past weekend, we're joined by the flying hawk Nathan Curry later in the program. And from the indifferent world of Geelong and surrounding districts weather, this past week, sparkling Lani Salathiel will update us with the predicted weather conditions for the next few days. Opening tonight's program, we join the women behind breast cancer, who are the human faces and stories that ensure patients and their families receive the very best information, treatment, care and support possible. Pink ladies' silhouettes reflect this key focus, as Ian Nichols reports.
Exciting news for the Geelong region, with $5 million in funding to be made available for the training of doctors, nurses and medical staff at the Deakin University here at Warn Ponds. And across the road from the Deakin University is the federal member for Corangamite, Darren Cheeseman, who's very excited about the prospects of this new development.
Well, that's right. I was very pleased today to join with the Federal Parliamentary Secretary for Health, Catherine King, and my parliamentary colleague here in Geelong, Richard Miles, to announce a $5 million grant to help support Deakin University's medical students with new facilities to help train them to deliver strong educational outcomes for those students, but to do it in partnership with, of course, Epworth Health, which of course is a very key private provider of health and hospital services here in Victoria.
Well, you're virtually just across the road from Deakin University out here at Warn Ponds, and this Epworth hospital facility is going to be really something. Do we have any time frame on this?
Well, there's quite a lot of work that Epworth Health has to do with Deakin University and the state and federal governments. They are hopeful of being able to deliver this project by the end of 2013. They've got to work through the planning processes to enable this to happen, but I'm very confident with the forethought that they've put into developing this proposal with Deakin and Epworth that we can deliver this project by 2013.
Meanwhile, over at St John of God Hospital in Geelong, we're talking with their Chief Executive Officer, Stephen Roberts. Well, we recently had the announcement by Epworth Hospital in a joint agreement with Deakin University to expand that campus out there. Would that have any effect on your future plans at all?
Oh, well, what Deakin and the Epworth might care to consider is, I suppose, an issue for them. We're focusing very hard on what we do well and what the community respects and seeks from us to do, and that's to, continue to grow the campus, to continue to make this hospital, a relevant one and an innovative one that, as I said, focuses on making sure that the care that we deliver is unique and distinctive and hits the mark from the viewpoint of the people that we serve.
At St John of God Hospital in Geelong, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. The build-up to the Victorian state elections on November 27 is in full swing, as Liberal candidate for South Barwon, Andrew Katos, announced the building of a new police and SES facility at Warn Ponds if the current opposition is successful at the 2010 state election. Some promising news this morning for the people of Warn Ponds and surrounding districts.
Yeah, this morning we made a commitment of $9.5 million to build a police station and a SES, new SES to replace the South Barwon SES, which is in Mount Pleasant Road. So we've made that commitment to build that, and that'll be in Warn Ponds. And it's been a long time coming. We need another police station for Geelong, particularly the southern areas. Belmont, Highton, Grovedale, Warn Ponds, all growth areas. And we need that extra police presence there, which will service that part of Geelong and also take the pressure off Geelong Station so we can better service the city and northern suburbs.
And Andrew, the recent UCI World Championships, Geelong very proud.
Yeah, it was a fantastic event. If you looked on that Sunday, there were people as far as the eye could see, and at least we were blessed with better weather that day. Unfortunately, not like today, but no, fortunately I should say. But look, that was a fantastic event for Geelong, put Geelong on the map, People from all over the world would have seen us, and hopefully that goodwill and good publicity will bring people here.
Thanks very much, Councillor Andrew Katos, and also the Liberal pre-selection for the city seat of South Barwon.
Thank you very much, Graham. Pleasure.
Paintings and drawings that track the 2-hour journey from Melbourne to the Surf Coast, recording changes over the past 20 years, is one of the current feature exhibitions at our Geelong Gallery, as Ian Nichols reports.
We're back at the Geelong Art Gallery, and about half a dozen times every year, local artists get a chance to exhibit their work. And this month, and in fact till December 5, it's the work of Anthony Altman, an artist from Aireys Inlet who has spent more than 20 years of his life painting his vision of Melbourne to Geelong and onto the Surf Coast. It's really interesting because you'll notice the changes that have been made, particularly when you compare an original painting from 1856, which he has added to considerably in the year 2010. We're talking with the young artist from Aireys Inlet, Anthony Altman. Anthony, something of a lifetime project almost for you.
Yes, it is. Actually, I had a bunch of paintings of subjects that I'd noticed on travelling from Melbourne through to Geelong, and I decided to make them work in the context of an exhibition and add some new paintings in with it as well.
Well, it's very creative and it does tell the story. There have been a lot of changes in the last 20 years if you are a regular commuter from Melbourne to Geelong and then down to the Surf Coast.
Yeah, there certainly have been, and particularly in the coast and beyond as well, and also probably not just in my lifetime, but the painting behind me is a copy of Von Gerard that was done 120 years ago, so hopefully you can see something of the changes in the 120 years as well.
Well, yes, Von Gerard would have been proud of what he sees here today. This is after, of course, and you've just brought it into the next millennium.
Yes, it's way after Von Gerard.
And what possessed you to make this a major project, obviously, in your life?
Well, I was keen to exhibit the paintings that I've been doing. I've been painting for all of my life, certainly. And I was keen to exhibit, and I just wanted to make something that related to the area and to the gallery where I was exhibiting, basically.
At the Urban Wildland Interface exhibition at Geelong Gallery, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. This is News Geelong on this Wednesday evening here on Channel 31 and Channel 44 Digital, as we go to a break and return with more news after this.